All right, here we go with page 3 of our study guide. So this is Unit 2, Part 2, page 2 of the Answer Key Study Guide. So our first problem here says Aaliyah was trying to find the perimeter of the rectangle below and she made one mistake. Show the correct work and explain Aaliyah's error. So let's do our correct work first of all. We want to find the perimeter of this rectangle. So I'm going to take 9 5/10 and add 9 5/10 again, and then add 5 35/100 and then 5 35/100 and plug in some zeros here. So right away I can see that what Aaliyah did is she didn't line up her decimal points. She lined up her end digits but not the decimal points, and so that's her problem. So Aaliyah's error, Aaliyah did not line up her decimal points when adding. It's an easy mistake. Be careful with that. All right, now I'm going to find what the correct answer should be. So 5 and 5 is 10. Put my 0 down, carry my 1. 5 and 5 is 10. 3 and 3 is 6, so that's 16 plus 1 is 17. Bring that decimal point down, carry my 1. 9 and 5 is 14. 14 and 14 is 28, and 1 gives me 29. So 29 and 7/10 should have been my answer for that problem. All right, the next one is find the volume of that rectangular prism, show your work, and write your answer on the line. So we need to do length times height times width. So I'm going to start off with my 4 and 25/100, and I'm going to multiply that by my 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Put down my 5, carry my 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Put down my 1, 2, carry my 1. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Two numbers behind the decimal point. So the first part of my problem yields 21 and 25/100, but now I've got to multiply that by 10 and 1/10. So I'm going to take 21 and 25/100 and multiply that by 10 and 1/10. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2. Now I've got to multiply by zeros, so I know this is just all going to be zeros. I can fill those in if I want to, or I can just move down here and put 2 zeros down. Now I'm going to multiply by 1. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2. All right, add it all up. 5, 2, 6, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So my answer for my area should be 214 and 625,000 centimeters cubed. All right, here we go. We've got to find the missing angle. So we know that all of the angles summed together in a quadrilateral should add up to 360. And we need to find this missing angle right here. So we're going to first add these 3 angles up and then subtract them from 360. So I'm going to take 112, 85.7. Remember my decimal for 112 is right there. I'll go ahead and add my 0. And then 64 and 1/10. So adding this all up, 7 plus 1 is 8. 5 and 4 is 9. And 2 more would give me 11. Carry my 1. We've got 8, 9, 10, 16. Carry my 1. So we come up with 261 and 8/10. Now we take 360. And we're going to subtract 261 and 8/10. So we've got to add our decimal point and our 0. Be careful here. Lots of people want to say this answer is 0, but it is not. So we need to regroup. We can't regroup from here because there's nothing there. So we have to go over another one. Regroup by making that a 5 and this a 10. Then regroup making that a 9 and this a 10. So this is a 2. Put down my decimal point. 9 minus 1 is 8. Can't do 6 from 5. Regroup again. That's a 2, that's a 1. 6 from 15 is 9. 98 and 2/10 is what I have left for this angle. And again, I could check that out by adding all 4 of those up, which I did earlier, to make sure that my 98 2/10 was the correct answer. All right, guys, that's page 3. Page 4 coming at you in a few minutes if you need it.